Hi guys, welcome to Corner Homestead. This video you're about to see I did back in October of 2021. It is when I canned my chow-chow slash salsa recipe. Get a closer shot so you can see this because it is yummy goodness, yummy yummy. So I just went to the pantry to pull out a jar of this because I'm getting ready to do spaghetti for supper, and this is perfect. So this is perfect for all of your spaghetti. I put it in all of my sauces, whether I'm doing spaghetti sauce or taco meat, making the meat mixture to have tacos that night. It is absolutely the best. So the video you're about to see is when I made it back in October. You'll be able to check out my snazzy Halloween shirt I had on that day. And right here from my own kitchen, from my own stove, is where I did the water bath canning. So I hope you make it, enjoy it, you won't be disappointed, and there will be more videos to come, but I think you're really going to like it. Enjoy. Hi folks, welcome to Corner Homestead. Today I am doing up my, what I call the end of the year chow-chow mix. Some people call it chow-chow, some people call it just salsa, whatever it is, I just call it good. You can add this to your spaghetti sauces, your taco meats, anything Mexican, Italian food. It just makes wonderful flavor. Now, all past couple months, I have had two lonely little tomato plants out there that haven't really produced a whole lot, so I would bring in the tomatoes as they grow, and I would dice them up and put them in a Ziploc bag, freezer Ziploc bag, and go ahead and freeze them until the time came. I also did that with my green peppers. So today I am putting everything together. This is all the tomatoes and the green peppers frozen that we are boiling down. I've also added 9 cloves of garlic that I've minced up. And to this, we're going to be adding this here diced onions, 2 great big diced onions. And I'm going to be putting in the rest of the celery. Just because I have it on hand, I don't want it to go bad, so we're going to use it up. We're going to dice it up, add it to the pot. And then later I'll be adding some vinegar, some tomato paste, and some seasonings. And then we're going to jar it up, get it into a hot water bath, and process it. So once we get all this thawed for unfrozen in the pot here, I have been draining the water as it goes down. We're going to be cooking this for at least 30 minutes until it gets very well cooked and thawed and thickened. That's the main thing, we need to thicken it with the tomato paste. So I'm going to finish cutting up the onions and the celery, and I'll be back after we're done with it. So we're back again, and I just finished adding the onions and the celery. I had about 4 stalks of celery plus the heart of the celery. Added it all to the pot, and anything you have on hand that you want to use without, getting it used up before it goes bad, any kind of vegetables work. Tomatoes, green peppers, and the celery and onions is what I've had on hand, and it doesn't take much to make it very flavorful. Also with the tomatoes, as you may see, there is a lot of green ones in here. It doesn't matter what color your tomatoes are. Green, red, yellow. Same for the green peppers, whatever you have. So this we're going to let, I just drained the water off again, so we're going to let it simmer down a little bit more because the tomatoes still aren't completely thawed out in there, and the green peppers. But to this, we're going to be adding some vinegar and a couple cans of tomato paste. Now I've got 2 cans here, but I may be needing 3 because it is quite a large pot. I also add some cumin, I add extra onion powder, and I do add some paprika. And to that also I will be adding, it calls for cilantro. I do not have any, but I do have my basil and my oregano. This is the basil, and I do grow my own basil and oregano, and I dehydrate it, and I put it into these little jars. So as soon as I get that cooked down a little bit more, I'll add all of these ingredients. Here's the oregano. But I will add all of these ingredients, and I will be back after I add it and let you know exactly what I put in and how much or how long we have to cook it, which isn't really too long. It's, like I said, just to make it thick. And in the meantime, I'm going to get my water here started for my water bath canning. Get my jars in there, get them hot, ready to go, my lids. So we'll be back when this is a little bit more complete. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes or so, and I just drained this again, and this time it gave the red colored liquid to come out of it, which means it's just tomato now and not the actual water from being frozen. Everything is well thawed now. So to this I am going to add, because this is approximately 8 cups, maybe 10, I didn't really measure it, of green peppers and tomatoes. You want to add 3/4 cup of vinegar for every 4 cups of tomatoes that you have. So for this I'm putting in 1.5 cups of vinegar. I've already added the half cup. And I'm going to be putting in, I have all my seasonings here in this little bowl. I have 3 teaspoons of paprika, 3 teaspoons of cumin, 4 teaspoons of onion powder. You can mix and match, play with your own seasonings to your taste. As I said, I haven't opened my cans yet, but I'm going to be putting in 2 cans of tomato paste. I may need a third, I'll let you know. I've done 3 teaspoons of my dried oregano, and I've done 2 teaspoons of my dried basil. Like I said, these I grow the plants and just dehydrate it, and I prefer to use it that way over the store-bought. So we're going to add all this to the mix, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir, and then I will add in my 2 cans of tomato paste, and we're going to let this cook for at least 30 minutes. And you check it. If it's not thick enough to your liking, you can add another can of tomato paste, which I'm thinking is what I'm going to have to do. And that is the first part. Now we cook. I'll add my paste, and I'll be back after it's cooked for 30 minutes. Okay, so it's a little over a half hour. This has been cooking away, and it's definitely done. It's definitely thick, and it smells wonderful. So it is ready to jar up, and that is our next step. Got my water bath canner all ready to go with the jars inside. So I am now going to jar everything up, and I will be back for the next step. It smells so good. So now everything is jarred up. I managed to get out 2 pints, 3 full quarts. I have a about a half of a quart. I didn't have another pint-sized jar to put it in, or I would process it. But because I don't have another pint-sized jar, I'm just put it into this jar, and we're going to stick it into the refrigerator, and that is what I'm going to use first. But again, 3 full quarts, 2 pints, and that's a pretty good amount for this pot that I used. So we're going to lower this down into the water, and once it comes to a rolling boil, or a boil, process it for 20 minutes. Start your clock, 20 minutes. Like I said, I'm not teaching people how to can, I'm just showing you what I do on some of the things that I can, just to make it easy, make it simple. And like I said, we're going to lower this down now and process for 20 minutes once it comes to a boil, and then we'll be back. Okay, so they processed for 20 minutes, and now they're out of the canner. Like I said, they look so good. Now, of course, this is my half jar that was not processed. So this one, as soon as it finishes cooling down, I will put that in the refrigerator. The rest of these jars will finish cooling, and they'll go down on my pantry shelf. And what I like to do is cover them when they come out of the canner with a towel, so that they don't cool down too quick and risk breaking any jars. So we'll just cover those. Since this one wasn't processed, it doesn't matter. So that's it. That's what we have. And the seasoned chow-chow mix. Good for many things.
Hey Garden Maters, if you haven't already subscribed, please be sure to do so. Click the notification bell while you're there to make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. And if this video has helped you out, please continue to share it along with others. I thank you for cooking with me today. It was a pleasure to have you here as always. We love you. See you on the next one.